Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to this channel. I took a couple days off from YouTube just because energetically I was feeling so drained that I didn't feel like I could really channel anything. I was planning to post every day, but I'm really glad that I took this holiday when I did because apparently my body had kind of hit its limit. Plus, with this full moon that we just had, I think I'm just feeling really drained as a result of that cosmic energy. So I thought today I have a little bit more energy, so let us hop on and do a collective reading. And it's going to be a free run reading. We'll just see what comes through. This deck, this is the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot for anyone who's wondering. I've just been so addicted to it lately. Like, I just feel like this is the only deck that I need to use right now. So for whatever reason that may be, I'm rolling with it. And I have a lot of other decks around me too that are kind of off camera. So I will bring those out as necessary. Let me grab my water really quick because for whatever reason the back of my throat lately has just been so dry. No matter what I drink, no matter how much I drink, I just cannot for the life of me get it to stay hydrated. So pardon me if I'm sipping a lot of water while I speak. So that one is shuffled. I have the Romance Angels here. We'll probably use some of these as well. While I get this all situated, you all can feel free to set your own intentions for this reading as well. In your mind, out loud, in the comments, however it feels good to you. And as soon as one more deck gets all shuffled up, we'll get stuck right in. How has this full moon energy been treating you? Let me know in the comments. Have you also been feeling tired, or are you the opposite? Are you energized? How are you feeling? I know for a lot of people this energy can be really, really triggering. So don't be surprised if suddenly a lot of past stuff starts to come back. But for a lot in the collective, I do feel like this is kind of like an indicator of how much you have actually healed, because even as those triggers come up, I do feel like many of you will notice you're not as triggered as you used to be in the past, and it kind of wears away quicker. Like, it doesn't last as long and the intensity is much less. So let me know if that's also something you've been experiencing. Let's see. Nothing is yet set in stone. First card out from Moonology. Bottom of the deck is a personal issue reaches resolution. So I feel like for some of you, you may be kind of in the middle of a circumstance or this part of your twin flame journey where you are starting to feel a certain level of fear. Maybe if you have a person that has recently exited a karmic situation, but they haven't contacted you yet, you might find yourself wondering, were thoughts of me just an escape? Do they still feel the same way? Or, were they only feeling for me that intensely because that situation was really bad? For some of you, you might be fearing other people, so there's a whole lot of fear energy going around. But at the bottom of the deck we had a personal issue reaches resolution, which for me that card is whatever your fears are, you're going to get a lot of peace around that, because you will see that it was just an irrational fear and nothing is actually coming of that. So let's see what the Romance Angels have to say. This one, retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah. So this full moon energy is definitely putting us all into a rest and recover mindset. Tax season is also around the corner if you live in the United States or in the state of California like I do. Finances and career, that's funny. At the bottom of the deck is some of you might be, you know, just getting prepared for your taxes. Some of you might just be solely focusing on work and trying to put everything else to the back of your mind so that, you know, it doesn't consume your energy, because you're probably finding you already had a limited resource of energy, but now it's just feeling like it's even less. One more card, getting to know each other. So there we go. Just what I said earlier, that if you have a fear, you are going to receive some kind of indication or message to put those fears to rest, because whatever you're fearing is not happening. So you are going to be having a conversation with your counterpart that will allow you to kind of get the ball rolling in the direction that you both are wanting. And I feel like it's going to be, you know, in a really unexpected way at an unexpected time. You might feel like your counterpart is coming in as a brand new person, like the person that you left behind when the 3D disconnect happened is not the same person that's reconvening with you here. So that's another energy to this getting to know each other card. And then at the bottom of the deck we had keep an open mind, which is really talking about exactly that, to release your expectations around how you think this reconnection is supposed to play out, what it's supposed to look like. You know, keep an agenda of things that you need or want to address with your counterpart, but at the same time, just keep an open mind about how all of that plays out. Both of you have been through a lot of deep soul lessons, growth, karmic lessons, gone through situations that were unhealthy. You know, some of you might be taking some time to just get your mental health back in order after all of that. Here we have the Three of Wands. Definitely you are looking ahead, you know, to new horizons, but notice that this person isn't quite moving yet. They're just kind of standing there looking out, mapping out how to get where they need to go. They have not actually started their journey, but they are very, very close to it. So that is, excuse me, a very present moment indicator of what the current collective twin flame energy really looks like. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles. We had finances and career appear at the bottom of the deck for the Romance Angels. This card is all about stability, and this card is also about holding on to what you want and letting go of what you don't want anymore. Your counterpart is still holding you very close to their heart. You are that pentacle that is in their arms. You are on their mind, and you are where their feet are headed. Like, their path is towards you. So this card is very, very symbolic of what they're actually feeling. There might still be a mask for some in the 3D, but the nostalgia, the reminiscing, this desire to return home to you, I just keep hearing return home over and over, is really what, you know, the counterparts want, especially the divine masculines who have been in this disconnect for quite a while. And we have two sixes here. We have the Six of Cups, and here we have the Four of Pentacles, but 1 + 5 is 6. So two sixes are, or sixes, I should say, are all about family life, stability, you know, coming together to form a family unit. And that is truly the next step for a lot of twin flames in the collective. It's not going to happen overnight. Like I said at the beginning, a lot of this is probably going to be unexpected. in ways at times when you least expect it, and you're probably not going to see it coming. But this is the universe kind of handing you that cup that belongs to you. So you don't have to worry about anything passing you by, because the divine, this hand of the divine here, is going to make sure that it personally hands to you anything that is designated for you. There is an energy of determination here, and I feel like especially the masculines are really focusing on their own stability so that they can be more of a, how do I say this? I'm not trying to say like domineering, you know, like kind of stand and hold over you kind of thing, but more like in their power, more empowered. I feel like a lot of masculines were feeling very disempowered, not only from the karmic situations they have now exited, but just financially, I feel like some of them feel drained, and they just want to be that provider for the divine feminine, and they feel like they can't do that until they have this sorted out, which is why they're, you know, they are still waiting a little bit before they make a move. So that's actually a good thing, because you want this reconnection to be a lasting reconnection. You don't want to, you know, reconnect and then fall apart. Like, that's just, it's going to be such an emotional mess for everybody, you know, and especially when it's somebody that you truly want to be with. So allow things to happen naturally. And with the Seven of Wands and the King of Cups right under that, I really feel like you need to allow this person to approach you. If you are in a disconnect phase, maybe you're not in communication, or very minimal communication at best, I feel like you need to allow them to come to you when they're ready. Because with the Seven of Wands also, I feel like you could catch them at the wrong time and the conversation wouldn't go well, and then it would leave you feeling like, you know, you're questioning everything, the entire connection, their feelings, and it's just going to re-trigger a lot of old traumas that you thought you were moving past, and that you were pretty sure your person was moving past, and they are. But that's why it's so important to allow them to come to you when they are ready. Notice how many of these cards are blue, you guys. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards with that are like blue background, and blue is all about the throat chakra, and I'm really feeling like my throat chakra feels extra open right now. So with the Ten of Cups at the bottom, I feel like there is a lot of emotion that's wanting to just pour out. This divine masculine is really wanting to just pour his heart out to the feminine. He wants to tell her everything that he's been through during the time of their disconnect. He wants to apologize for everything. Like, there is an entire manuscript of things running through their mind of what they want to say to you, divine feminine, and they're just in this, you know, pour out kind of mode where they don't feel like they have a cork to put back in the bottle, if that makes sense. Like, once it's open, it's just all coming out. So that's another reason why they're kind of holding back, because they know that that might be really overwhelming for you. Notice how this is all blue as well. You know, so just allow them to ground, allow them to kind of regain their bearings, and they're going to come around to you when they're ready to. So just trust that they will. What other messages do we need to know? I feel like this full moon energy, especially for masculines that have a lot of water placements in their chart, it's bringing up a lot for them. It's, talk about overflowing cups, overflowing emotions. Like, they are being triggered about everything. And for, you know, this dove right here is like, you know, symbolic of their family of origin. So they could have a lot of generational traumas and wounds that are coming up for them, family of origin, mother-father wounds, any kind of invalidation or criticism or whatever, you know, like those things that they might have experienced even years back, because right now they're feeling kind of insecure within themselves. It could be just coming up for them randomly and triggering them, and it's just overflowing inside them, which is also why they're kind of motivated to maintain a mask until they can get that under control. But with the Judgment card here, it's bound to happen. Like, what you're manifesting here, especially with the Magician, like, the Magician is a card of action. It's a card of communication. It's a card of reconciling differences. And it's like this infinite loop of connection that you have with your person that is, you know, not just physical, but also spiritual. So that pull is really, really strong, and there is divine protection and guidance. So whatever it is that you're manifesting, Spirit just wants you to know it's, oh my God, it's going to happen. Here we have the Star card. Spirit does not lie, guys. Wishes coming true, healing taking place. This, you see how this person is pouring 2 jugs of water, one on the dry land, one already here. This end represents, you know, just that emotional triggering that we spoke about earlier, but here where they're actually watering the land where the water is needed shows that this triggering is actually allowing them to water their own lawn, so to speak, so that they can have that desired greenery within them, and they're not looking to you to fill a void. Like, they're coming to you after having filled their own void, which is such a healthy relationship. Like, I really get a lot of healthy relationship vibes from this. And I saw this card too, the Wheel of Fortune. This is the Jupiter card, the card of abundance, the card of a pivotal turning point in your life. Like, you know, going from single to married, married to having children, going from no contact to contact all of a sudden, you know, going from feeling stuck, stagnant, and broke to feeling abundant and flowing, you know, just sometimes even overflowing with positive energy and abundance, which is a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. So these moments are pivotal that are happening right now. So truly, I just keep hearing gratitude, gratitude. Give gratitude for where you are at now, because you are exactly where you are meant to be. And this Rhoda, as you can see, this says tarot, it says Rota, and it's you know, like there are a lot of different words you can form from this. It also says Torah. So but the Rota is Latin for wheel, which, you know, this Rota, this wheel, is actually turning time in your favor, turning the tables in your favor. So hang tight, allow things to happen naturally, because you're about to become family with your counterpart, the Hierophant, you guys. Like, this is the card of commitment, marriage, of societal, social structure, of you name it, just everything that makes something informal formal, something that takes an entity and gives it a status and a name and a place in this 3D society. So this is just such amazing energy. This is truly such beautiful energy, you guys. And it's just amazing how all those cards were like one under the other. I really, really feel like, you know, this is not going to happen overnight. I don't feel like immediate right now type of energy from this reading, but I do feel like it's going to be relatively soon. Could be like 2 months, 3 months, you know, something like that. Hopefully 2 months rather than 3. That would be very nice. Page of Swords. I feel like some of them are really trying to focus on themselves, so they might be taking a break from social media. They might be kind of stepping away from other, outside energies and connections to kind of get their head back, to detoxify. I just keep seeing like a green, what do you call those scientific tubes, the test tubes of, I see a test tube filled with green liquid of some sort that's being purified in some sort of a contraption. So whatever that is, but they're trying to find their inner stability. My guides have a very funny way of showing me things sometimes. But trust your intuition, trust your gut, because I feel like a lot of you know that, you are kind of on this part of the journey now where you can be at peace and release your fears, because everything is just going to play out the way that it's meant to. And there are certain aspects of this that you're not supposed to know. You're not supposed to see certain things coming. Two of Wands. Really, pretty much right now, this is all about you. The time right now, beautiful divine feminine, is all about you. The world is your oyster. You take the world in your hands and you do whatever you will with that energy, with that opportunity that you have. Because for some of you, you may not be single much longer. If you are single already, if you're not already in some type of a third-party connection yourself. So enjoy this time that you have to yourself and really use it to the max to create the life that you want, to achieve those goals that you desire. Because with the Wheel of Fortune, when this reconnection happens, when that change happens, it's going to be really important for you to set really clear boundaries, not just romantically, but with friends and family, because I feel like this divine masculine is going to take up a lot of your energy and time. You're going to have a lot of important, open and honest conversations with one another. That's really going to get the ball rolling. And sometimes it might be stressful too, just trying to figure everything out, trying to reach a closure with the past. If they're coming in with apologies, depending on what your situation was and if it warrants that. If it does, they are definitely coming in with apologies. But those moments might be re-triggering you when you're like reliving them as you talk about them. So you're going to need additional time to take some breaks. You're going to need to be able to give yourself a holiday if you need it. So right now, do whatever you gotta do and just, make sure you take care of your body, take care of your mental health, and then just focus on your career goals, your finances, your studies if you're a student, however it resonates for you. Because once that masculine shows up, your life is literally going to change for the better. It's nothing to fear, but it's going to be a big change. And big changes, even though they're very positive, sometimes can be stressful. See, here we have the Knight of Wands. This is passionate energy. This is fast energy. This is, I'm coming in to pick you up right now, and you're not going to see me coming. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. I'm not sure what it looks like on your end, but this horse is actually like red hot. It might look kind of brown on the camera when I'm looking at my phone, but it's actually like red from what I can see. That's weird, the color contrast. But, that the red hotness of this horse just speaks to the speed and the passion and the drive with which this masculine is going to re-enter your life. So be ready for that, because it's a new beginning, and you are leaving that baggage behind. See how this Fool has a very small bag of belongings. You're leaving the past behind. There's very little that you're taking into the future with you, as far as, what your past shared experiences were. You're only holding on to the things that are good, that's going to help you create that solid foundation. And you're learning those lessons and releasing the past to, you know, give yourself the clean slate that you need and that you deserve to release those burdens. You know, just let go of that baggage, because believe me, the last thing you want to do is start such a big new chapter with somebody who you have, you know, unresolved baggage with. Like, that's just not healthy. But every indication I'm getting in this reading is that this connection is so healthy. Here we have the Hanged Man. So we see that this person has been enlightened over time. They've really spent a lot of time seemingly stuck, but that's given them so much time to introspect, retrospect, to learn, you know, do all of those things that they need to in order to grow as a person, in order to experience that soul growth that was part of that journey that they were on prior to reconnecting with you, Divine Feminine. So they are trying to regain their peace. I encourage you to regain your peace in the process and just allow things to unfold naturally, because when it does, I feel like neck-breaking speed here. Like, for some reason on the Wheel of Fortune card, the fact that so many of these animals have wings, you know, and look at how high up they are in the sky, I feel like not only are the changes going to be big, but they're going to be very fast. And sometimes very fast changes can be interesting to adjust to. So be ready for that as well. You know, because you're going to need as much energy and centeredness as you can possibly get during this time. So I think that concludes it for today's reading. I hope that this was helpful. I hope you all are doing okay, but if not, I hope that this gives you some peace. I have linked my Instagram handle and my TikTok ID below. Do come and join me on my other platforms too. I post readings on all of them every day unless I'm on holiday. The Instagram I pretty much keep up with every single day. TikTok I may miss once in a while when I'm on holiday, but not too often. So do come and join me there. I post readings on there all the time, and they're different readings on all the platforms. They're not duplicated. So if you want more content from me, definitely hop on by. And if you are new to this channel, welcome. Do double check and be sure that you are subscribed, so that number one, you can be notified every time I upload another full-length reading. And number two, by subscribing and by liking, you are transferring your energy to me virtually. And that allows me to pick up on your energy more clearly and channel more specific messages and information for you and your situation. So if you would like that, definitely be sure to subscribe to this channel and like these videos. All right, you guys take care, and I will talk to you again in the next video.